Hey everyone, Mo here, and before the video begins, I just want to let you guys know that my schedule has opened up for me to do coaching again. So if you're interested in private one-on-one coaching for me to help you, whether you're a newer player and you want to excel at the game very quickly and learn the fundamentals without developing any bad habits early, or if you're an experienced player who's already maybe platinum or diamond in your top 1%, but you need some help filling in the gap to get you to that 0.01%, to make you just some of the best, then hit me up on Discord and I can get you in some private one-on-one coaching lessons to help you polish up any skills you want to refine and help you learn all of the secrets to becoming a top player. That's it. I hope you enjoy the video. Hey everybody, Mo here, and in this video, I'm going to be playing my version of the Howling Abyss deck. So Howling Abyss is one of my favorite landmarks that have come out, and I think it's really, really good. So my take on it's a little bit interesting. So I don't play any ramp. Instead, I just play only kill spells. And basically my goal here is to just control the board and kill everything until I feel comfortable slamming a Howling Abyss. And then Howling Abyss should carry me the rest of the way by giving me stuff like, you know, leveled up Joseph Fades, Ezreal, Sejuani's, stuff like that. So we are playing 3 Trundles just for some units, but as you see here, we're only playing 8 units total. And the rest are just spells and kill spells. So we're playing Helpless Aristocrats for some early game aggression, but really because you can go Helpless on 1 and then Crumble on 3 if you need to. And then after that we play some Trundles, and then we're playing some of these Deadbloom Wanderers again for these early game aggressive like Mist-Wraith style decks. So apart from that, our anti-aggro tools are just going to be, you know, Avalanche plus Whale plus we're an SI, so we gain a bunch of life. And then if they're ever playing like really big units, we can hopefully just, you know, Vengeance them or get them into a Ruination later on. So that's what the deck looks like. I'll have the deck code down in the description below. Before I get into the games, I want to remind everybody that 86% of the people that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed to me. So if you can do me a huge favor and press the subscribe button, it's free, it's easy, it helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And if you change your mind later, you can always just unsubscribe and it's no hassle. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoy the games. Alright, so we're against like Indoor here. So Indoor is probably not the worst matchup. We have our Howling Abyss. We'll probably want Harsh Winds later on against the Indoor card. But for now, this is fine. I mean, we have nice anti-aggro. We just need like one, yeah, let's say Withering Wail or Avalanche here would be really, really good. So overall, we're looking pretty fine. Aristocrat is fine. And we're looking good. We're not too scared of anything. Just not doing anything pretty crazy yet. Oh. Stalking Shadows. Sure. Yeah. I mean, we'll take 1 damage here, my friend. This is fine. And the goal before you play your Howling Abyss, the #1 thing everyone should know is that you can't play Howling Abyss unless, like, you have the board cleared. Unless you have the board cleared, you can't really afford to play Howling Abyss. Because what happens is you spend your entire turn playing Howling Abyss, and then your opponent gets that entire turn to develop, and then swing at you with an open attack. So here, unfortunately, we don't have any good ways to kill this. Maybe we can draw something like an Avalanche, and then this ping will make up for it. Maybe we can just draw multiple pings. Worst case scenario, we can just crumble this later. Sure, so yeah, so this is looking pretty good if we do end up drawing a Avalanche here. Ooh, that's a good card. Yeah, the most important thing about this Deadbloom Wanderer is the fact that it has 3 power, so it's able to block a fearsome unit, which is really big, because like I said, I put this in here more for the aggressive matchups, like the fearsome aggressive matchups. So now all of his attacks are really, really bad. He can never really attack with this Callista. So we can just, I mean, do like this attack here, right? And this attack is perfectly fine. We can do like this attack. His Callista doesn't level. We've taken 1 damage. And we still get to block something else with this if we need to. And we're chilling. Oh no, it's Callista leveled. Okay. No big deal. I mean, what's the biggest thing that's died so far is a 1-1, so I mean, we're not really caring. Because the best thing is that a 1-1 dying is you can just Withering Wail during combat. You can Withering Wail mid-combat. The Withering Wail will kill off the Ephemeral unit from Callista. And then whatever you block Callista with will actually die here. But honestly, next turn, we're probably just going to do this. We're just going to be doing this Earthquake. Or Icequake. So, he's forced into open attacking us. He's forced into open attacking. And then his open attack isn't that good. Sure. You see what I mean? He gets like this attack here. We can Withering Wail, and we get to kill everything from his board, so... This is what makes a really good control deck, is the options of, can you deal with a good open attack, and can you deal with a good... we'll do this just to make sure the Callista dies. And then we'll take 4. This should be okay. Then we can block that. Yep, and we take no damage, and then all he's left with. The reason I don't want to block like this is because he could easily have like a ping spell or something to ping off this. And now we're all like, we're pretty sad. So I'm down to trade my Trundle away. I'm down to trade my Trundle away for to guarantee that his Callista dies. Okay, so that dies. You have that, and that. And then now I get to play Aristocrat as a blocker. I'll have this Trundle as a blocker. And we're chilling. And honestly, we're looking pretty okay. And we have Harsh Winds here, which is really good. So like, this is the turns where you want the box pretty bad. The box is pretty good against these types of openers. Against these types of cards that bring in 2 units for 1. Like, imagine this is a 4-2. You could have gotten rid of a 4-3 and a 4-2. So we'll play Trundle here. If he plays Endure, because most people will be like, oh, 5 mana, you don't have a way to kill my Endure. We have Crumble, which a lot of people don't play around. So that's really nice if he plays Endure this turn, because we don't have to worry about him trying to Atrocity us in response. So this is what he got off of 1 Stalking Shadows. I think he's played 3 Stalking Shadows this game. There was 1 Stalking Shadows, 2 Stalking Shadows. No, yeah, all 3 Stalking Shadows. Interesting. So he got this off of 1 Stalking Shadows. There's an Endure. Like I said, we can Crumble this away. Because they never play around Crumble. And then now if he played an Ephemeral Endure, because he had that was a far right card in his hand. So that very well could be the first card he got off of the very first Stalking Shadows. So we'll see now, because if it is, he'll just play the Ephemeral version. Sure, and we can just counter that with Harsh Winds really easily. So we'll play Ice Pillar to go and level up our Trundle. And because Ice Pillar is completely free. And overall, I mean, this game is looking really, really good for us. So he pulls that there. That makes sense. We can do something like this and this. And then we'll Ephemeralize, or we'll Frostbite you and you. And this looks good to me. I mean, this puts all his units at 2 health, which is where Avalanche range is. We've gotten rid of 2 Endure so far. I mean, technically only 1 in his deck. But, I mean, all we need right now is just, like, 1 more. We really just need, like, 1 more Frostbite card, and we're big chillin'. We tossed 1 earlier, so... Okay, so we know he's not playing another Endure, which is really, really big. So now what we can do is we can just open up with 1 of these. Board wipe everything except for, like, 2 cards. And we still don't know what the 3rd Stalking Shadows got. We know 1 Stalking Shadows got him the Cursed Keeper. And we know his 2nd Stalking Shadows got him the Endure. So we don't know what the 3rd Stalking Shadows got him. And it looks like it was Wraithcaller. So he could be out of threats here. And I'm almost tempted to go ahead and just play this Howling Abyss. Because what happens on an open attack is we can just block... We can block everything, and we're really healthy, so this looks like a really good Howling Abyss turn. because our opponent can't develop anymore, and we know we can deal with his open attack really easily. So, boom. Yeah, we got the best card and the best champion in the game, Katarina. Unironically, Katarina's actually not that bad in these Howling Abyss decks, because it's really bad if it's the first champion you get. But if it's not the first champion you get, it's usually not that bad, because if you've gotten, let's say you get like a Gangplank and you get something else before that, then you're rallying a Katarina with other stuff, with like Gangplanks and stuff, and it feels pretty good. So here, we didn't want to play any cards because we didn't want to play another Howling Abyss. But overall, let's see here. We can block this, and then we can grasp that. And then you can go ahead and sacrifice yourself there. And look, we're at 11 health. And we get rid of his champion. And then we get to play Katarina and attack with Katarina. So he could Atrocity this to our face. We'll go down to 13 and then another 9. So we'll go down to 4 HP if he has Atrocity here. And that plays pretty decent if he has a second Atrocity. Oh, he's just going to kill my Trundle. That's fine. I mean, we still got a 3-for-1. Our 1 card Trundle. We lost 1 Trundle. And I guess we lost a Grasp too, technically. But then off of that, we got his champion, another unit, and a Atrocity, which is a really big way for him to kill us. So Doom Beast, sure. That's fine. So you can kill you. And yeah, Katarina rallies are actually not that bad when you have multiple things vulnerable. So we can pass. We have Swain, which is pretty big. We have Box, which is pretty alright. So we can just probably assume that he doesn't have another Indoor, because he probably would have just played it last turn. And then we'll be able to kill off this 5-2 pretty easily. It should be okay. Hopefully, should be okay. So, Swain is very medium because we can't really deal non-combat damage to the enemy Nexus ever in this deck unless it's with another champion. Like if we get an Ezreal or something like that. This is a second Atrocity. Sure, that's fine. That puts us at 1, and then if he goes for either Doom Beast or something to deal damage to my face here, we can always just Withering Wail in response. So we'll play this. Sure. And then this is fine. What do we got? We got a Lulu. Lulu's alright. Lulu's pretty decent with Ice Pillar, because it can make our Ice Pillar a 4/4 unit that can do stuff. Other than that, it's very meh. Sure. So we'll do this. And then he has to do his, if he has Unspeakable Horror for my face, he has to do it now. And so now we only like hard lose to another Indoor. Second Indoor. No second Indoor. Okay. No problem. We can just play Lulu here. And we're hoping we're okay. We're hoping this isn't like third Atrocity or something. If he doesn't play it as a unit here, I actually have no idea what it could possibly be. But if he did draw all 3 Atrocities, if he's playing 3 Atrocities and he drew all 3 Atrocities, we're looking pretty doomed. Pretty doomed. Get it, guys? His name is Doom Beast? No. Alright. Next. And we're looking pretty good here. We just have to kill things. Lee Sin. Interesting. We either need a kill spell here, or we need a way to gain life. Well, okay. So we'll give you vulnerable. And we'll swing like this. Pull, pull. And then, so now if it is Atrocity, he has to use it, and then we'll just lose the game. Okay, we can't stop that. Unfortunately, that means that our Katarina is not going to be able to rally for us. Okay. Warden's Prey. So that was the last card. So we can play Lisa in here. And Warden's Prey. So you got double Warden's Prey on us. That's okay. So now we're not afraid of Atrocity anymore. So we're looking pretty good. Now we just have to find a way to end the game. This card is really good because now it lets us draw cards. So we're feeling real good. So we'll use you to get rid of you. We have 16 cards left in our deck. He has 17. He still hasn't seen a second Endure, which is really interesting. So we can just pass. So we're really just never go under mana here. Ooh. We never want to go under Ruination mana until he goes under Endure mana. Okay, so he's under Endure mana now. So this is basically a really big box turn, but we know that he can play whatever unit this is. So yep, we'll let him play that unit. And then now we get the biggest box in history. And it kills everything. Alright. And so now we win the game. Because we just get to attack and then rally and then attack. So we swing, and that's lethal. Take a screenshot. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. And we're looking good. And we're looking good. That was a very long game. And a lot of these games are going to be long games. But let's see if we can get a second game in here for you guys. Alright, so we're against a TF Gohard deck here. TF Gohard's a pretty good card, but I think we're pretty favored against them. Because I don't think they ever do anything that is super scary. And we have our Howling Abyss here. We have our Trundle here, so we're chilling. We have a lot of ways to gain life so they can never burn us out with actual, like, pack your bags. And they never apply pressure, so we're never under any extreme pressure early game. And we can eventually just outvalue them by playing a bunch of really big Howling Abyss. We just play a bunch of champions, and it just overwhelms them. So he actually is trying to get aggressive here, and we can easily just stop this by doing something like this. And this looks fine to me. We can just block that. Look at that, we take 3, no big deal. We can just pass. And we're probably passing on 4. And then on turn 5, if he has like a bunch of units, if he has a bunch of units, we're easily just going to Ice Quake. If he doesn't have a bunch of units, then we can probably just set up for a Trundle here. So Pool Shark, no big deal. We're just passing. So that was the Pool Shark fleeting card, was this right here. So we have 5 mana, so we can play both of these Aristocrats, which is pretty good. We can play both Aristocrats and still Ice Quake next turn. Okay. So he is trying to go very, very wide. But it should not matter. We honestly don't even have to Withering Wail here. Because we can just do something like this. We can just block everything for 1 damage. And then we can even, like, Withering Wail right here messes him up pretty bad. If we even have to do that, because, I mean, we have 1/1s to block these 2/1s over here. I think we're just going to play Trundle next turn, because Trundle can block the Elise. And we're looking pretty good, honestly. We can just play Trundle. We're not scared if it's bored at all. Like, worst case scenario, we're gonna take some damage from the Elise. Like, he'd have to have Crumble here to kill off my Trundle. Yeah, I mean, we're feeling pretty good. We're feeling pretty good here. Like, what is he gonna do here? Twisted Fate gold card me? That's like his best option. I guess if he Twisted Fate gold cards, I can't really Ice Quake because I'll lose my Trundle. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, we just get to Ice Quake here and kill off his everything. And this only hard punishes us if he goes like, if he has double go hard. If he goes go hard on my Trundle. That's the only way he could kill Trundle here with 2 mana. So this is fine. Oh, he's thinking. This is probably going to be a Glimpse, right? Yeah, Glimpse. Okay, cool. So he has no units. So this is a really good curve that you'll have a lot of times with this deck. Is you'll have a nice turn 5 play. So you're either going to go turn 5 Trundle or turn 5 board wipe. And then you'll have turn 6. If you go turn 5 Trundle, this is a very common curve. You'll go play Trundle on 5. On turn 6, you'll board wipe with a either Ice Quake or with a Ruination. So you'll hard board wipe them. And then now it's your turn 7 and you get a Howling Abyss. Because turn 6 you board wipe them, turn 7 you Howling Abyss, and then turn 8 you can Ice Pillar. So he has to crumble this now. He's crumbling my champion. Very interesting. I don't know if that was a misclick or not. But I definitely would have just crumbled the Howling Abyss here. Because now we're just going to get insane value. Unless he has a second crumble, we're just going to outvalue him a lot. That's another thing is a lot of people don't actually respect, a lot of people don't respect Howling Abyss. People think like, oh, well, you're just going to get like a leveled up Teemo from it or, you know, something like that. And no one really ever expects you to get good cards, which is really weird because your average leveled up champion is pretty decent. Like even the really bad champions that you think of are usually really bad, but their level up is like really, really good. Like, let's look at like Maokai, for example. Like, Maokai is not a very good champion, but his level up ability is pretty nuts. The problem is it like takes him forever to get leveled up, something like that. Even like Nautilus, where you're like, oh, well, Nautilus only affects deep decks, right? And it's like, no, not really. Like, he's still a 7 mana 14/14. Like, having a 14/14 with Fearsome is pretty decent. So we have Lucian, so this is nice. We get some rallies. Chronicler, I mean, that doesn't do what you think it does. So we'll swing. Yeah, we'll just pass. Looks good to me. And then we get Mystic Shot, the 3/2 here. Honestly, we don't have to do that. We just Mystic Shot the Elise here. And we eventually just win with this Ezreal level up. So there's Butcher. Sure, buddy. So he has to have another crumble here, and then we can just stop it with Grasp. Alright, so no problem. We can click OK here. And because he's under crumble mana, we don't have to worry about crumble. So we'll just go ahead and just marinate him for a really big Withering Wail. Just look at that. Boom. It kills just about everything but what? This unit? Like, we don't care about that. And we can just pass. Well, we got a Yasuo. Nice. My favorite champion. And yeah, sometimes you just get Yasuo. But I mean, at the worst, it's a 4 mana 5/5 with First Strike. I mean, that's never bad. So we can wail here. I mean, 4 mana 5/5 First Strike, that's not the worst thing ever. He goes for Glimpse, we can stop that. Oh, he's going in. We're not letting him draw any cards today. No cards for this man. And then our Ezreal is just slamming away. So now he has crumble mana, But if he crumbles away, we actually just win with a really big open attack, so. Now he could crumble away this dumb little 1-2. Alright, what do we get? We got a Taric. So our Taric unit can't die. Nice. Let's do that. Let's just swing with champions here, chat. Let's just get as many champions in the field as possible. Oh no, he ruinationed me. I got greedy. Okay, we'll just win with Yasuo. You guys, 4 mana, 5/5 first strike. Pretty good. Oh no. You stunned my Yasuo. Why can't I stun with my Yasuo? Oh, a Darius. Darius is a card. We like us some Darii. So we can play another Darius here. I did get really greedy. We could have just open attacked without playing Taric, but I just like playing champions, man. I think the idea of playing a bunch of different champions from different regions is so cool. Here you go. Here's Gangplank. This is like a winner. I'm surprised it's the first time I've gotten Gangplank. Watching other people play this deck and playing this deck previously, obviously, like myself, Gangplank and Twisted Fate are some of the most common cards that you get off of Howling Abyss. He has another one? No. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, so we'll swing here with Gangplank, and this should be lethal. He can block this top 5 damage, but we're looking. I mean, this game's over, guys. This game is over. We just get to play all the champions. I mean, look at this. We're at 20 health. We can gain more health if we need to. We can stop him if he tries to kill Howling Abyss. Look at this. Look at this. 7 mana, 13/13. We're chilling. We're chilling. So yeah, one bad thing about this deck is the games typically go on for a very long time. They go on for a very long time because you don't win until you clear off until you run your opponent out of cards. So this is very much a fatigue style deck. So if you're not interested in fatigue style decks, this deck's not for you. If you don't have patience, this deck's not for you. If you want to kill your opponent before, you know, turn 30, 20 minutes into your game, this deck's not for you. Here's Crumble. Look at your dumb looking ass up out of here. You should have crumbled this 10 turns ago. So we can kill that. And we're just going to keep BMing and playing as many champions as possible. Obviously, this guy doesn't ever concede. So we just get to play all of this. We get to play all of our champions here. We get to play Shen. And we can actually level up our Powdered Kick, which is so funny. We can give our Powdered Kick barrier and +3 attack. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna skip because I'm PM. Okay. And then Karma. And we're looking good, chat. I mean, we were looking good 9 turns ago, but now we're really looking good. Okay. Sick. Green. Okay. All right. So yeah, he's a little dead here. He's a little dead here, chat. So yeah, that's gonna be, I mean, that's the deck. The deck's fun. Deck's surprisingly good. I mean, people don't play it just because I don't think this deck is as good as like just straight up Warmother call. Warmother's feels more consistent, but this deck is still very, very solid and very slept on. I don't really know why it's so slept on. I think it's because people haven't tried it enough to get a really good build with it. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the games. I'm sorry there were only 2 games, but I mean, these games do run a little bit long, and I didn't want to post a 30-minute YouTube video. So that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to go ahead and follow me over on Twitch. I stream on there Monday through Friday. Go ahead and subscribe here on YouTube. I put out videos here Monday through Friday. And I'll see you guys in the next video.